Hi.
Is this really your last season?
I know. It's crazy.
It is.
You know, 5 shows left. It's thanks for being here.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, we got to be well, I had you on the show, and then we got to be friends. So this friendship is great that I can just text you whenever I want and talk to you. And I miss seeing you, but I love still talking to you.
You know, this has been a big week of reflection. Obviously, when I knew I was going to come see you, and I'm trying not to get emotional here, I have a tendency to do that. But so 12 years ago, it was right after the Super Bowl that I came here for the first time. And, you know, that Super Bowl moment was like, and that's the epitome of your career as a football player, right, to be able to win a championship. And yet, I probably got more text messages about, you are going on the Ellen Show? Like, my level of street cred was like way more the fact that I was coming to see you than it was in winning a Super Bowl. But and I saw your mom on the field after the game. I pointed at her, and then all of a sudden you were my first stop after well, I guess I saw Mickey Mouse at Disney World first, and then I came and saw you.
Yeah.
But that was I can't believe that was 12 years ago.
Yeah, I can't either. And when did it really sink in with you after you stopped? Because everyone takes a break. Like we always take breaks during the summer. So I think, like, you know, Oprah was saying to me, like, until you don't come back in September is when you're going to realize. When did it sink in for you?
Well, definitely when training camp rolled around, you know, which was end of July. You know, that's when I started really getting antsy, feeling like, don't I have a schedule to keep? Shouldn't I be waking? You know, football provided such structure and routine. So I knew every minute of the day where I was supposed to be, what I was supposed to be doing, and you were always preparing for this goal or this challenge that was, you know, the weekly opponent. And so that was probably the biggest difference for me in entering, I guess, that next chapter, the retirement phase.
But now you're a commentator, and I was watching you commentate on the Saints, you know, this past season, and I was like,
which was weird, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure, and for so many reasons.
Right.
But what do you miss most about playing?
I miss the locker room. I miss being with the guys. You know, you go through so much together, and it truly is this brotherhood. You spend so much time together, really, I mean, off the field, just in these, you know, one-on-one moments in the locker room, or, you know, out to dinner together, just spending time with one another, getting to know one another, and you develop some really strong friendships. And so the hard part about that is all of a sudden you're no longer a part of that team. You know, you're not doing that each and every day. And then, of course, game day, you know, just that feeling of running out of the tunnel, you know, that high, that level of emotion is hard to replace.
But I mean, you're now, do you think ever, like, you could go back, like Tom Brady, do you ever think to yourself, you know what, I could go back? Because you could.
No, I kind of set benchmarks along the way, and I knew that. I mean, look, I played 20 years in the NFL. I mean, that was beyond my wildest dreams or expectations, and I knew it was time. It felt right, and I was so excited about the next chapter and the opportunity to spend a ton of time with Brittany and our 4 kids, and coaching them, raising them, and just being a dad.
So you've been here 20 times. What are your...
20?
Yeah, 20 times. What are your favorite... I mean, what do you remember most about being here?
Oh, of course, coming here after the Super Bowl, Brian and Jackson, who we developed such a strong friendship with and relationship with in New Orleans, and you then having a chance to meet them and get to know them, such a unbelievable pair of guys and their family. You came to training camp in 2011. Do you remember this? In Oxnard, California?
That was my favorite.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Please tell me we have. I was going to say, you look like Jim Thorpe from the Canton Bulldogs. In fact, you participated in our end of practice quarterback competition, which we always did. And I believe you won. We got to work on some of the technique, but
but I believe I made a touchdown.
You did. Yeah. You did. I mean, we hosted a charity event together in New Orleans. We've done so much together.
So what is your advice? I'm asking everyone who has gone through what I'm going through right now, what is your advice on what to do next?
Well, that's a great question, because I think I'm still figuring that out myself as a retiree, a recent retiree. But I'd say this, I have a mentor who, towards the latter part of my career, he was talking about the phases of life as I was going through this. And he said, there's 3 phases. There's master, mentor, and make a difference. So for the first part of your life, you're focusing on mastering something. So for me, it was trying to be the best quarterback that I could be. For somebody else, doctor, whatever it might be, your profession. You eventually reach a point where you've developed this experience, this wisdom that you're now able to pass on to that next generation. That's the mentorship phase. And then you reach a point where you have a real opportunity to make a difference. And you have already made such a difference in your life and everything that you've done. I can only imagine what you're going to do next.
I'll continue to do it. I'll keep on. That's what I will keep doing. Don't you worry about that. Drew Brees, everybody. We'll be back.